591 Scope. This section provides general background information on the fuel nozzle regulators, pressure regulators discussed here apply to only those of the integral fuel delivery systems. At the end of the point, most extensive coverage of the pressure regulator valves included theory operation as found in the 5613, 519, 592 threshold nozzles. According to Navy Air 065 502, the aircraft fueling nozzles require daily inspection to ensure the air against leaks and providing uncontaminated fuel. The nozzle is equipped with 60 meshes of finer wire mesh screen to trap particles from the hose, additional from the leakage resistance from the puppet valve, and is to be tested daily against the fuel pump and pressure. Unusual condition during the test indicated the repair necessary for the nozzle hose should be removed, and from the surface inspection should also be included in condition of the dust cap of the aircraft adapter and the end of the storage racks, and be inspected periodically, identifying the correction and condition of all moisture and dirt to accumulate in the nozzle. Dust caps and covers must be attached to allow stow nozzles. During the use of carrying must be taken to prevent the minor damage of the seating, coupling surfaces of the nozzle. Careless handling increasing the likelihood of the leaks. Internal construction of the pressure fueling nozzle is shown in the figure from 591. Regardless use of the condition, each nozzle is to be removed from the surface weekly and sent to the designated shop for the inspection, repair, analysis, connection, and pinged upon the trailer necessary to trace the problems to its sources. Following local procedures tagging, reporting these problems, other actions performed at the repair shop, including testing nozzle interlocks, preventing discharge fuel, and not properly connecting when not properly connecting, setting or adjustment to the poppet valve, cleaning the mesh screens, the sent to tones to remove the fuel gum, the blow down with the compressed air. The operational manuals of the valve crank assemble and is checked with the smooth positive motion of the special test bed. The manufacturer technical manual should be consulted with specific test requirements. 593 pressure regulators. The hose end of the regulators and spring operated valves is used to prevent pressure surges from reaching the aircraft fuel system. The valve spring operators against the fuel pressure. When the spring overcomes the compressed by excessive fuel pressure, the valve restricts until the pressure is returned to the set point. The operating pressure of the regulator determined by the spring selection. The parameter is not adjusted unless the reference spring is inserted for the body. The cutaway, the typical hose of the pressure regulators, including the 592. The most commonly used regulator pressure is set at the point of the 45 PSIGs. However, the regulator within 35 or 25 PSIG set point in use. The pressure should be maintained at a flow rate up to 300 GPMs. As indicated by the Navy Air 065 502, the pressure regulator should be checked on the proper operational week, and since no part of the regulator other than the regulator body is accessible or failure, the maintenance indicator of the following procedures is recommended. The subject of the regulator nozzle as assembled to here is a valve, seal, crank, you'll see one, you'll see your valve, you see your seal, you see your bumper. 5, you got your body assembly. 6, here is a crank, and 7, the the shaft assembly. 4, the crank handle. Pressure fueling nozzle crank cross section. Here is a pressure regulating valve, quick disconnect coupler cutaway view. 1, you got your body. 2, your piston right there. 3, your spring. 4, your piston screw. 5, retaining screw. 7, sleeve ball and ret. 8, wire lock. 9, swivel housing. 10, ball bearing. Daily circulation check and attaching of the nozzle to an adapter that allows recirculation of the fuel suction and aids of the pump, and at the end of the recirculation period, the attention of the approved pressure gauge. The sample cut out. The connection of the nozzle compared to the gauge reading and specified is in the manufacturer technical manual. For the spring and uses, if the reading falls outside of the tolerance, remove the regulator from the service and sending it to the repair. The repair shop recirculation test loop is used to check the ability of the regulator to sustain the measure of the verifying flow rates. The diagram of the typical test of the loop is provided by 593. The caution should be used in operational. The test loop of the JP5 or flammable liquids are used in the system, and the test is performed at two-step, and the evaluated pressure is applied to both sides of the regulator to check the leaks in second, and increasing the flow establishing using the pressure high and the less set point or downstream pressure is recorded in the function of the flow rate. Refer to the manufacturer technical manual for more details. and pressure gauges